Hey everybody, it's Saturday the 13th and it is cold. Yes, I had to put on another layer. It's 9:15 in the morning and let me show you. It is 4 below zero here. It's probably pretty cold where some of you folks are. I hear from you folks in Malaysia where it's summer all the time. I can't say that I'm jealous, but enjoy your weather. Cheers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this weather is something else. I haven't left the house. We got way more snow. My car is buried. I did not dig. I did not shovel yesterday. It was just so ridiculous. I will start to shovel today, but I'm going to take it easy because it's really cold and there's a lot of snow. So check it out. Um, David Nance Mode Sound. The album is coming out next month on Third Man Records. Um, we have a scheduled photo and video shoot that's happening tonight. I was talking to David yesterday saying, man, I don't know about this weather, man. I don't know if I want to leave the house. It's so cold and the snow and stuff. So I appreciate it. I'm getting proper treatment. The label is going to pay for me to be transported to and from the video and photo shoot tonight. I appreciate that because I don't want to drive. I know how to drive in the snow, but it's super cold, so it's going to be slick and icy tonight. Well, it is now. I don't want to deal with it. But because David is has a deal with Third Man, and this is part of a promotion deal, we're under the gun. We're under a time constraint. So he was saying to me, I got to get this done. We got to get this in. And I don't want to miss out. As I shared, when I joined David Nance's band a few years ago, um, I knew that he toured a lot. And I said that depending, I'd be up for it. But as it turns out, I was not up for it because David tours a lot and they tour on the indie level, which is most of the time you are at the audiences. Um, you have to ask, you might get a place we can stay tonight, or if you make enough to scrounge a motel, I've done that. And then I've also done the next level up where I had full label support and hotels and bed and breakfasts. That's when I toured Europe. It was wonderful. That if he can get that, I'm up for that. But what I'm saying is, a younger fella named Sam Lipsett became the new bass player since I wasn't willing to tour. But I'm still in the collective, and I'm on the album. Looking forward to that. So that's what's up today. I have to go out in the cold. How is it where you're at? Folks, I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you all letting me know that yeah, you're here because you want to be. And the last thing that I want, or thankfully the last thing you people want, is for some fake shit. That's why I'm not on Patreon, because you folks that are on Patreon know this. There's guidelines, and and you can't just say whatever you want to say. And it's not like I'm saying anything outrageous. It's just the fact that I'm saying what's really on my mind, unlike all paid pundits and talking heads. It's infuriating. I will show a couple records, but like I said, you're here for me. The thing that infuriates me about watching the news is how everything is sculpted and shaped by by the paymaster. You know, the way that the American media is handling Donald Trump is downright sinful. They enable him, and the whole narrative is with kid gloves because he is perceived as being special because he's rich and white, and he finagled his way into being the president, which really was such a dark spot on the history of America. And the way he's getting mollycoddled and this special treatment, this double standard, it's disgusting. And you can it's barely being touched by the media because they want to make sure they get their paychecks. You all know that. Don't y'all notice that? That's why I speak like this. It's like, man, it's weird how asleep and how numb everything is. So, with that in mind, let me tell you a little bit about what I did yesterday. So I'm having fun with Ableton, and I recently upgraded my Reaper. Actually, I upgraded it. I was using the demo, and I went ahead and got it because for a number of reasons. And the compatibility between Reaper, Reason, and Ableton, I'm using all three. As much as Ableton is cool, I'm still having reasons to use the others. So you folks that follow me know that years ago, due to a band that I was in, I ended up helping to raise a couple of people here in the house, David and Sarah. It's a long story. But their mom, who I was never involved with, but is a good friend of mine, during the turmoil of raising the kids, she finally met a decent guy because the kid's dad, it's such a weird long story, alcoholic, just abandoned them. But the guy that she finally married, Aaron, who is a decent man, and when I met him, it's like, yeah. He's a craftsman, and so among other things, he makes cigar box guitars. And several years ago, he made this cigar box guitar for me. The DH Special, Dereck Higgins, DH Special. And looks like the sticker on here is coming loose. But Granny Grunts, that's what he calls his stuff, Granny Grunts. Isn't this cool? So what I did yesterday was I did some tracks using this, not as a straight slide guitar, which I can do. It plays nicely. And like I said, I can play the blues. That's why I'm just so bored with it. I can fucking smash on the blues. You know what I'm saying? I really can. So I spent some time yesterday recording and doing some kind of, maybe you could say it's kind of like Pink Floyd. Some spacey stuff with that yesterday. That's part of what I did with my day. I will not make it to the post office today. It's really cold, so this will get out by Monday. Interlude. You should get a copy. So so I didn't play this, but I'll show this. Yesterday was the 55th anniversary, or the 55th anniversary of the release of Led Zeppelin's debut album. Are you surprised to see this? Don't be. I know my history. This album is likely in most decent record collections. Maybe I shouldn't say decent. This is just one of those records, kind of like Dark Side of the Moon and Michael Jackson's Beat It. where for a time this was everywhere, and to this day still, I think this is an album that you can find in most people's collections. This is a powerful debut. I can remember living at 2554 Spalding Street here in Omaha. I remember the very first time I heard it on the radio. I do, like certain other things, you know. Dun, dun. That was my response. It was as a kid, 1969. Dun, dun. What's going on here? In the days. Powerful. It's been overplayed. Led Zeppelin's been played to death, so I don't play it. Here in Omaha, whenever I drive and I turn on the radio, I will hear Led Zeppelin. It's a guarantee. No matter what, whenever I drive, and I don't drive a lot, so that says a lot. Well, no, maybe not. But when I drive, I can be guaranteed to hear Led Zeppelin, Billy Joel, the Eagles here in Nebraska. But I have Led Zeppelin, no Billy Joel, no Eagles. Have they ever creeped into my collection? Yeah, because, you know, like I said, people give you records. And those are the kind of records I get rid of right away. Pulled this last night, saw someone post it online, and it said, okay, yeah, I got that on vinyl, let's play it. Brian Eno, Nerve Net. Funky Slinky Eno. This is good. A lot of rhythms on here. Yeah, it says it right here. This record draws on jazz, funk, rap, rock, pop, ambient, and world music. And does it well. And this is a nice pressing, too. I like this artwork. I do like Brian Eno. I know some folks have attitudes about him. I just like his work. That got played. What else got played? This got played. Norwegian band Rufus showed them recently. This is their first album, Ranchart. It's a reissue of it. So the band Rufus morphed into a jazz rock sort of thing, but this album, their first one, they're doing a Yes thing. They sound a lot like Yes, and doing a decent job of it too. I enjoyed this. I'll show the vinyl. Interesting that a whole lot of colored vinyl is yellow. I don't know why. Why do people think yellow is good? Orange is my favorite. This was good. What else? It was so cold yesterday, that I just stayed in the house. And I spoke about it on Facebook yesterday. I'm down here in what we call the ghetto, the black community here in Omaha, and my street has not been plowed by a city truck for years. I am at the mercy of someone in the neighborhood, and sure enough, thankfully, they came through yesterday with their pickup truck and their blade and did the street. I haven't seen an orange city truck on this street for years. So this week we didn't get any garbage pickup. It's that snowy. And I didn't get any mail yesterday, but I don't remember even seeing the mail truck make it up our street. Some funky weather. So I just sat up in the house drinking coffee and drinking soup. Wild rice soup yesterday. Yeah, I know how to cook. I do actually. But I played some icy stuff. Ladytron music is kind of icy to me. This is their latest album, Time Zero, but boy, do I like this band. I like that sound a lot. I like the glacial sound of their synthesizer patches. It's very icy sounding. And I like her voice too. Ladytron. Another record that really seems to fit with winter weather, even though it's not wintry, is this album, Ariel, Kate Bush. Really enjoyed this yesterday. What I really enjoyed about it is how well recorded it is. And kind of like, again, I'll mention Pink Floyd. Someone asked me about Pink Floyd, so this is sort of for you, you know. I'm mentioning them. Pink Floyd is ubiquitous. But like some of the best Pink Floyd, the deep layers of sonic embedding in the music is present here. And it would catch my attention, like the subtle sonics going on in the music. This is a beautiful pressing all the way around, you know, the booklet, I mean, high quality. And the pressing and the color, it's like kind of a coppery color. Kind of a unique color. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I love records. Stephanie, if you're watching this, yeah. This is your silly little brother still playing with his records. Staying safe in the house. Keeping it simple. And generally having good days. Even though my tinnitus is just sucks. I have not had a quiet day in a while now, and today is not quiet. And I just have to resign myself to it, even though I still notice it. I hope I get another quiet day. I'm starting to realize that this is more the way it's going to be. If I get another quiet day, it'll be a gift. It'll be a blessing. I want it, though. That's what I really actually have to show, that I played. So I'll keep it like that, folks. Hope folks are staying warm and safe. I can't help but wonder about the local homeless encampment that's not really that far from where I live. When I went to the store the other day, I see, you know, the city or somebody comes in and kicks the people off this particular patch of grass. I'm pretty sure it's private property. But when I went to the store the other day, there was a new encampment there. And I don't know how long it will last, but my heart goes out to those folks, you know, that don't go to the shelters, maybe cannot get into the shelters. It's bitter cold. I keep thinking to myself, there's probably a lot of dead homeless people, undetected, undiscovered, laying out in the woods, down by the river, in alleys, froze to death. Who knows, you know? We do find people every now and then. It's a crazy, cruel world. And I just think that I think it's important to not act like you don't know, to just shut it out and just, oh, everything's fine here. Don't even have time to think about anybody else. Don't care. My point is, I keep thinking that if we could, you know, if we could care enough and get people to stop freaking out over money, which we can't, then maybe we could make some changes. But that won't happen. But I keep talking about it, hoping. Take care. Have a good weekend. Let me know how you're doing.